Well, guys, we made it to Friday. Yep, today's Friday, September 5th of 2025. So what are we going to talk about today? I know that people want to get back to small engine repair and stuff, so we will pretty quick. I want to just finish out the week with what I call gratitude and being grateful. There's some pondering, right? Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric, if you didn't already know it. Yes, this is the weekday, Monday through Friday. Today is Friday, September 5th of 2025. So what are we talking about? What am I talking about? When I say gratitude and being grateful, it's there's nothing wrong with wanting more, okay? And there's nothing wrong with trying to become better at or, you know, better yourself. No ifs, ands, or buts. But the biggest problem that I see is that our tendency is to forget about what we have and complain bitterly because of what we don't have. And, you know, I'm a case in point. I caught myself the other day doing it, and I need to give myself a swift kick in the ass. And that is, not even a year ago, I almost wasn't here. So everything that I had and have, you know, became very important. Okay, became very grateful to God that I was even here, and gratitude towards. I was very happy with what I have. Okay, more than happy, and I slowly started getting into that rut, and I know that it happens to the best of us. All right, and that is we start forgetting about what we have, and we start complaining and wanting more. And you don't even know what more is. All you know is you got to have more than what you have right now. And you're not happy in the situation that you're in, and you start pointing fingers at whatever. And I'm going to blame it on not feeling great. That I've been sick now since, 10 days, 11 days? I got to be close to the Guinness World Record or something. But I started complaining about not having what I need and what I want. And the real fact was I had everything I needed and everything I wanted. I just was not looking in the right place. And to me, my core, my big piece are my kids, my grandkids, and the extended family, and then you guys, you know, and then so customers. And because I'll be honest, I tell you guys more than I tell even my own family, because I feel like they become hyper vigilant. And what is hyper vigilant? I mean, just the fact that I went to the ER on Tuesday has got everybody close to me concerned. Some concerned more than others. And I would rather have not have them concerned about anything. You know, like yesterday was my granddaughter's first day of school. She just started. Day before yesterday was my grandson's first day of school. Those should have been the highlights for the week, but it was messages sent saying, I have Thursday and Friday off. If you need anything, I can come over and help you with. You know, and then asking a bunch of questions about my leg and this and that. And I get it, you know, that these people came close to losing me and I'm very important to them. And I'm lucky to have them. Some families wish you did. Mine go a little overboard after almost losing me. So I get the string of attacks of, you need to slow down, just sit down, don't even go to work, do this. And I mean, I know it's all out of love. Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts. But I can't tell them what I tell you guys. Those guys, my family doesn't watch these videos. They think it's boring. But I can talk to you guys and get honest feedback. You know, Amos, I'm trying the Pepto. Let's see where that goes. I got it in the chewable form. Maybe that'll help better settle my stomach. But you guys have been one of my biggest supporters. And I lose the fact that you are, you know, one of the biggest cheerleading bunch that I have, you know, that no matter how bad it is, the video, you guys have always got something nice to say, you know, and that says a lot about you guys, more so than about me, right? Yes, Mark, I'm going to start doing repair videos. And it's like, please, Lord, don't let him talk any more about crapola, and let's get back to the repair videos. We lose track of and of what we have and being grateful. And I can speak from in here that I'm blessed to have what I have. All right. I think most guys my age would swap places with me in a heartbeat. But yeah, I started falling into that trap of not being grateful. You know, call it being sick with this longest spell that I've had of being sick at one time. Unless you compare it to prior to surgery. That I started down that road of I wanted more. I needed more money. I needed more of this. I need more of that. And I sat here last night thinking, why do I need more of anything? I got so much crap as it is. And what would I do with more of anything? Even more money. What would I do with it? It's not going to solve anything going on with me. There isn't any object out there that can be purchased that would change how I feel and how I'm feeling these days. And the biggest thing is you know, with God giving me this second chance and doing things that I should be grateful for every day that He gives me. I mean, we're on 9 months now. That's quite a spell compared to what I thought when I was laying in the hospital bed. So I had to change my focus. And that focus went from what about me to what can I do for others to help them. And you guys know my main focus has been with my wife trying to get her into a nursing home. That it's been very hard because it's asset driven. And they tell me, you're all set, you're doing great, because I've had to have help filling the forms out. And they send it over and the gal at Medicaid says, no, we want more. And it's like, you know, when they asked for things that were over $2,000 amounts out of our checking account, whether it's coming in or going out, I wrote down the best that I could remember. I mean, I can't remember what I did yesterday, let alone back in 21. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't keep receipts. The business, yes, it's got every receipt back probably 10, 12 years I still have. But for the household, I know I'm not doing anything illegal where the IRS would be worried about it or this or that. And I never thought that I'd ever have to explain it to anybody. And, as you said, Amos, this exactly, cash is king. You can get a lot more done with a fistful of cash than you can with a checkbook with a contractor. And I had a furnace put into the house. And the bill was going to be $7,200. But we ended up doing the deal where I give him $5,000 cash. And next thing you know, it was a beautiful job, installed, everything ready to roll, and out the door. Receipt? No. But now they want me to come up with a receipt. So I come back at two of the gals that are working on the forms with me, and I asked them, I said, do you have receipts of everything that you guys did to your house and out of your checkbook back in 2021? And the one gal said, no, actually, I threw away the receipt that we were doing it in addition, and we paid cash for the stuff, the lumber and everything. I had a receipt, but I didn't need it. We weren't saving it for anything, so I threw it away. And that was for this year. So I told them, I said, look, I'll get a hold of the gal over at Medicaid, and see now, if prior to last November, this would have been a cakewalk for me. I lived on chaos and I lived on stress, and I would have been ripping people a new asshole by now. But I can't. It's not within my abilities right now to be able to come at someone with a whole bunch of information. So I told myself, look, I'll call her up and I will tell her that, do you have receipts back when you and your husband did things back in 2021? And have, documentation for it. But my luck, she would have it. I guess what I'm getting at is sometimes things in life that are worth having take a little longer. You have to put in more effort. And if that extra effort, if the outcome is she gets placed in a good nursing home with good care, it's going to be worth all this crapola. I've even come down to thinking this crapola that I'm dealing with is stress related. I mean, stress has a way of doing things to your body, right, guys? You can have migraines, you can have stomach problems, you can have heart problems, you can have stress if left unchecked and allowing it to build will come out somewhere. Some people, it comes out in anger, They start getting pissy with everybody. Gratitude. You gotta be grateful for what you have. And it's okay to want more, but you need to look at what you have right now and say, you know what, if this is the best I can be, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm actually looking at downsizing. I don't need 500 acres of property, especially when it comes tax time and there's 5 different properties. Yeah. And if she goes in the nursing home, I'll lose that income, so it'll be just my income, and I can't afford to do what I'm doing on just my income. Claude says we'll increase the work at the business, and I'm like, we can't do that either. If we can't do it now, then we probably won't be able to do it later. And he's like, Yeah, but I've seen you when you're really rolling, you can get a lot of work in a hurry into that shop. Try to keep telling them that was the old me. The new me is, I mean, I'm writing things down all the time in the notebook. It's great, guys, if you're getting forgetful. Right now, Walmart has got the spiral notebooks for like 38 cents a piece for back to school. I grabbed 10 of them because that's what I do right next to my desk in my office at the shop. Is I have it and I doodle in it to a certain extent. If I'm answering the answer machine, I'm writing down the name, phone number, and why they called. And then I draw a line underneath that. And then if somebody calls and needs something, wants something, I put down their name, phone number, and what they wanted, and then put a line underneath that and do the next. And as the work gets done, and if I have to return a call, I just put a line through the other side, so it's like an X. I've taken care of that. And I've had to look back through my notes to find somebody's phone number that we forgot to get put down on the repair thing. So that's been very helpful. If you guys aren't doing that, that's one way to keep your memory, that you can just look at the paper and say, that's what it was. I know that this hopefully the Pepto is going to help me out. And I think once I get to feeling better, I'll be doing better. And I won't have the why me syndrome. But just give that some thought today when you're doing things, or look around your shop or where have you. If that's the best it's ever going to be, is that good enough? And for me, the answer was yes. That's gratitude. If it's not, and you're younger, that's okay. We all want to get bigger and better, but you got to find where you're content. If you can find that content, that's 9/10 of the battle. So on that note, you guys have a great Friday. I'm not sure about what's going on this weekend. Once I get to feeling better, we're going to start doing repair videos. We're going to start doing a lot better videos than what you've been seeing. I'm just plugging through where I've been up most of the night. So I should have been making videos during the night, but I'm running to the bathroom and I hate editing everything all out. You guys have a great Friday.